So guys, recently I've seen this video making rounds on YouTube, so I decided to jump on this trend and also share with you my best perfume recommendations from every brand that I own. Well, not every single one of them, because otherwise I will be here forever, but my most favorite ones. So keep on watching for top perfume recommendations from the brands I enjoy and recommend you easily my eyes closed. But before we get started, I would highly appreciate if you could give this video a huge thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, and once you're done with that, we can get started. So hello and welcome everyone to today's chatty top list of my top perfume recommendations from my most favorite brands in the collection, and I decided to go really deep into each and single one of them because I have great experience with all of these and multiple fragrances, but these are my top choices. So more help information, you will find a link down below in the description box. Make sure to check it out, and without any further ado, let's get started. And I want to begin with something absolutely delicious that is called Cherry Punk by the French brand Room 1015, that is inspired by different musical, cultural and interesting movements in music industry. And Cherry Punk is a very bold fragrance from their collection that is dedicated to a pretty popular note of cherry in perfumes, but this one is very special because it's spicy in the opening, accentuated by saffron and citron pepper. Then it's quite powdery with this lipstick vibe coming from the notes like mimosa and violet, and at the same time cherry is still in the center of its composition, being bright, juicy, very ripe, and at the same time dark, because in the dry down we have some leather, woods. So it's a very bold fragrance, just like punk music is. So you can be dressed up wearing this perfume to a crowded place and you will be definitely the most outstanding and best smelling person in the room, because it smells mass appealing thanks to the note of cherry, and at the same time unique because of its dark side. And I even have a discount for you just in case you are into cherry perfumes and you are in the mood to try it out. But there are some other great fragrances in their collection that I've already reviewed for you guys. But on that note, since we are talking about something delicious, let's talk about a fresh gourmand, and it's by the brand Kayali, that I have a couple of fragrances from and a lot of favorites, but I decided to highlight young pistachio Gelata in this video just because the presentation gets some extra point. It really stands out from their line, being pastel green, and the scent is so true to its name. It's super delicious and it is very creamy. It has like this beautiful fresh opening starting with pistachio and hazelnut, then some citruses that turn into a blossoming bouquet. There are some fruits that accentuate that beautiful gourmand decor that is creamy, sweet, but at the same time well balanced by the woody and you know, just like more intense notes. So I would recommend this perfume for those who love creamy fragrances, for those who are in the mood for a realistic ice cream perfume, but you want it to be fresh. So just like a beautiful ice cream, it will lift you up. This very positive scent that is not too much for the everyday basis. It's very universal and is one of my most favorite perfumes from this brand, and I can really recommend it to you because I find that it is very likable. But there is another new addition to their collection. So I haven't tried the lychee one yet. If you have already managed to smell it, let me know how it smells. Maybe after I test it, I would say that's my favorite one. Unlikely, but we shall see. Let me know if I should smell it or not, but I can easily tell you that you need to get your nose on my baby Italica by Serge. I really like this bold Italian brand with super luxurious fragrances, but Italica is unbeatable favorite for me. Before it, it was Lyra, another great gourmand perfume. So far we're just on a subject of something delicious, but all of these that I'm sharing with you in this video are hands down my favorites. And you know that I've been dreaming about Italica for a long time, and now when I have this beautiful milky, powdery, and at the same time sharp fragrance that dries down into this gorgeous vanillic sandalwood, I'm obsessed you'll be obsessed once you wear it. It's something that is so gorgeously cozy and at the same time very chic, being in a gourmand style. So I can only recommend you this perfume by the house of Serge. However, in case you're in the mood for something very light and ethereal, I would say it's Nothing But the Sea and Sky by the brand Une Nuit Nomade from France, that I've been addicted to during very hot summer days when I wasn't feeling like wearing a bold fragrance, yet I want to smell nice and put together. It's quite minimalistic. There is bergamot for the freshness in the opening, then very beautiful, smooth and slick note of sandalwood, and just clean, light musk in the dry down. And it smells like your second skin. It smells like you but better. It smells very simple, and at the same time it's enough to smell nice and fresh all day long. So it's very unisex, and you can't go wrong with this perfume for the days when you're not feeling like wearing a bold fragrance and at the same time you just need to spray something on you. Let me know if you can relate, but I have a discount for you for this brand, and it's my #1 choice from it because literally it's so universal and you really need to have a fragrance like that in your collection. But for the days when I'm feeling extra bold and I really want a fragrance that people will remember me by, I would go for this one by Mancera. And you know, I like this brand, I have a lot of favorites, but the most creative, most unusual perfume is Jasmine exclusive, and there is nothing quite like it out there because this is that indolic, very dirty type of jasmine scent mixed with oud, with patchouli. There's also leather in there, some spices, and I like to wear it on a night out just because it's so opulent. The sillage is extra long and it has intoxicating trail. So I would recommend this fragrance only for the bold and brave ones among you who are looking for a very indolic, dirty, white floral scent. That's definitely it, but you definitely need to be very confident to pull it off. However, something that is very easygoing and at the same time bold enough is Orchid Rouge by the brand Sora Dora, and once I discovered it, it became like my new signature scent just because it combines all the elements I'm looking for in the fragrance. So it's addictive, there is beautiful vanilla in here, just caramelized, a little bit boozy, spicy, quite powdery, but at the same time fresh, a little bit blurry, and it has gorgeous sillage. So it's not one of those fragrances that is massive in the projection, but I love how I can get whiffs of it throughout the day. So just in case you're like me and you like powdery perfumes and maybe now you're on a hunt for something powdery but also warm and cocoony, I would really recommend you this one because it's not one of those super bold and heavy powdery fragrances. You know, there are some citruses in there, there is sunny note of ylang-ylang, so the complexity is in that fragrance, but at the same time it smells so alluring that I feel like you can't go wrong with it. But there are so many other great fragrances in this line I have a discount for you on, like the majority of which I'll be sharing with you in this video, but not the next one. That is by the brand Orientica. I have a great experience with and always recommend you to check out. But when I was thinking what's my favorite perfume from them, I decided to go for the exotic one from Arte Bellissima collection just because the bottle is stunning, but the fragrance inside is even better. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true, especially if you're a lover of vanilla like I am, just because it's the smoothest and also the creamiest vanilla fragrance out there, with beautiful coconut that gives me tropical vibes. But you know, sometimes it can be very challenging to find a beautiful coconut fragrance. This one is done just right. It's not too milky, it's not too lactonic, it's like fresh, beautiful vanilla tropical cream that you can enjoy on beach. It's gorgeous for the summertime and I absolutely adore it. It's so fresh, it's never too much, and there are not many fragrances quite like it out there, so I really wanted to put it on your radar. And this brand is great overall with their bold presentation. These fragrances are in the Middle Eastern style but with a modern touch to them, so definitely look into their brand. But another one I really want to let you know about is Fantasy Community Perfumes that I've already reviewed for you in another video. sharing with you my opinion on all of their perfumes that you can get in the States or in Ukraine. They are very affordable, and I like that they're kind of giving the vibe of popular fragrances but with a unique twist to them. And once I discovered Baccarat Rose, this is one of the newer additions, I fell in love with it just because obviously it is giving me Baccarat Rouge vibes, and I have hard times with that perfume because it's too medicinal for me. When this, thanks to the addition of the rosy note that is not about, you know, the jasmine like in Baccarat Rouge, it just gives this fragrance more life. It's still a little bit medicinal, very sharp, quite strict. That's for I like to wear it on formal days when I'm going to work, when I'm having a meeting, just because I know it's a likable perfume. But because of that rose, it's easier for me to enjoy and to wear it, and I love the sillage. People always ask me about it, which is great. That means that it's also noticeable to them, and it's so way more affordable than Baccarat Rouge. So just in case you know that you like that perfume and you're in the mood for something new but in that style but not really deep, oh my god, check it out. It's so good because the rose in there is not like a very floral note. It's just, you know, abstract, but somehow I feel like it makes this fragrance a little bit easier and more enjoyable to wear. But let me know if you've already smelled any of their fragrances. If not, highly recommend you check out my collection overview of their perfumes. And with that being said, now let's get back to vanillas real quick. But this one is a special vanilla because it's dirty, it's sexy, and it's by the brand Tiziana Terenzi with lots of gorgeous perfumes. But I decided to stick to my all-time favorite Dionysia that I've had in my collection for a long time, and it's still a winner just because it smells of salty, sexy, a little bit provoking but gorgeous, not sweet vanilla at all, that you can wear on a date and it's going to be successful, that you can wear on a business meeting and you'll get a deal. This perfume is so just addictive, alluring, attractive, sensual, all those words you're looking in the fragrance. It combines the quality of a very beautiful, sexy, dirty fragrance because there is oud, or maybe the dirtiness might come from the white flowers. I'm not sure. I'm getting vanilla, but it's like a salty, dirty vanilla. Ambergris is a pretty noticeable note in there, and it's a great night out fragrance, maybe even for a party, but it's going a little bit more into the masculine direction. However, I have faults to pull it off. Anyway, let's talk about something fresh. You guys know that I'm not the biggest fan of that perfume genre, but if I need to choose a favorite from Maison Margiela, that would be the underrated Matcha Meditation, because first of all, it's so realistic, smelling of matcha in the opening. I adore, you know, like that first moment when you get like a beautiful whiff of a matcha powder right in your nose. It smells green, there are some citruses in there. It smells like tea, it smells so good, but the evolution of it is just mind-blowing because it turns into a floral fragrance, and in the dry down it's dusty, powdery, and there is even a touch of white chocolate with oak moss. So it's classy, it's gorgeous for warmer days just because it's so lively, so youthful, amazing for spring and summertime. I love it. It's not the most popular and talked about fragrance in this brand, but I really love it and find it's underrated, unlike Burritos Blanchet that I chose for today's video, knowing the fact that it's one of the best sellers. People already know about this perfume, but you know what? I have many other favorites, like my first ever purchase from them, Gypsy Water, and it's still like my ride or die. There is Slow Dance, there is New Animalique that I'm about to purchase very soon, but there is nothing quite like Blanchet out there, and despite it's one of their bestsellers, I feel like not many people own this very clean and crisp scent of freshly done laundry, and it's so versatile. You can wear it with a simple white tee, jeans, white sneakers, and you're good to go. It's the most casual but not plain, nor it's boring. It's the fragrance you can refresh your clothing with. It smells so good of sharp aldehydes, very like washed florals and clean musk, and I adore it. It's strong, it's bold, it projects really well. Unless you're not into, you know, laundry detergent and soap scents, if you're a fan though, then you'll be obsessed with it. But I'm obsessed with the fragrance that my boyfriend wears by a very luxurious Turkish brand called Atal H. I have a full collection from and also my review on all of these fragrances, but my magic is something really special because you guys, first of all, the bottle is mind-blowing. It's a true masterpiece, but the scent inside smells of a very grown-up gourmand, just like treat in a bottle. There is something chocolatey, rosy, Middle Eastern, vanillic, and at the same time woody, expensive. And my boyfriend wears it on special occasions. That's when I would recommend you to wear it too. And all night long he would hear compliments, mostly from me because I'm the next person to him. But I would easily recommend this fragrance for anyone who is looking for, you know, an upgrade of their niche collection. You can't go wrong with my magic because it's not too gourmand, but it has like this very addictive and just very attractive sweetness to it, and also something magical to it that you can't pinpoint. And it's kind of like the magic of perfumery overall, when the fragrance is so well blended that you can't really say what's so special about it, but you just can't stop wearing it or can't stop enjoying it. That's kind of the proof that it's very well done. It's done here too. I really want to talk about the brand of Renier real quick, just because he's a very talented artist. He's now also the perfumer, but some of his other fragrances were created by other really talented perfumers like Kisses Rain, which I decided to go with in today's video because I feel like a lot of people will enjoy this fragrance that is spicy and at the same time very yummy. There is cardamom with oud in there, so it's already like a very luxurious and bright experience. Then we have powderiness. It is coming from almond and heliotrope, and it's that kind of powderiness that I really enjoy. It's not dusty, it's not too feminine. Actually, the powdery effect in here reminds me of Fève Délicieuse, but it's less cherry. Vanilla in here, it's like I know that one of the comments said underneath some of my videos, you lost me at juiciest vanilla. And I mean, like, yeah, the vanilla can be juicy, you know, it's not like one of those sweet vanillas or like powdery vanillas, or I don't know, just overwhelming, sticky and dusty, hard to manage vanillas. It's the vanilla that you can't get enough of. You want to drink in a way, you know, like that way, delicious, juicy. So it's a gorgeous, like more orientalish, warm type of fragrances. And once again, maybe if you enjoy Fève Délicieuse, you will be pleased to find out this fragrance because they're still quite different, yet, you know, just like the vibe is similar. Not dupes, but like real great friends. You know, like when you spend too much time or a lot of time with one person, then you begin to, you know, talk similarly or maybe look similarly, or you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's talk about one of my signature scents. I really don't talk about Ylang Ylang Noisy Bee by Paris Monte Carlo enough on my channel. I have like a lot of perfumes from this brand. I love their rose, I love their tuberose perfume, I love the citrusy ones, I like the fresh ones, but this is once again powdery. But this Ylang, it smells very like opulent and I would say feminine, reminding me of Guerlain Linston, but that perfume used to be my mom's signature when I was little, so I'm not in the mood for something exactly like that, but like a similar fragrance. I hope it makes sense. This perfume smells like, you know, high class. It smells like very expensive fragrance. It smells a little bit like honey, but very floral, sunny, velvety. So it's gorgeous. And the longevity, like the sillage is there, the projection, but the longevity. And people ask me about it because I wear it quite often, just, you know, running somewhere. And it's always very attractive. Just as the last but not least perfume for today's episode, which is the one by Tom Ford, and I am surprised myself that I decided to go with Tobacco Vanille because everyone knows about this fragrance and every tobacco lover and their dog has this perfume, but I'm not an exception just because it's a gorgeous chocolatey vanilla tonka bean dry fruit tobacco heaven. It's a must-have for winter in my personal opinion. It's the fragrance that will for sure make sure that you'll get a compliment. It's an attention grabber. It's the fragrance that you can wear on a big scarf, that you can wear on an outerwear, that you can spray heavily on, and it's not gonna be too much. It's one of Tom Ford's iconic perfumes, best tobacco fragrances out there, and I'm super happy to have it, although there are so many dupes and alternatives to this fragrance even in my collection, but I still stand by Tobacco Vanilla. And that has been it for today's episode. I decided to film part 2, the link to which I will leave on the Buy Me Coffee website. You just need to go on that platform, click on the first link in the description box, and you'll be able to watch the second episode for free. So definitely make sure to check out the second episode of today's video, because in it I'll be sharing with you my fabulous choices from cool brands like Carner, Barcelona, Zara, my Montal's #1 choice, and even my recent perfume discovery that I've already worn so many times. It's not typical for me at all, but I decided to share the link to the second video on Buy Me Coffee platform just because I don't have a lot of financial supporters over there. So maybe and hopefully you'll feel more motivated to help me out just in case you appreciate my efforts here. So thank you so much for that in advance. But let me know how you enjoyed this one, just in case I didn't cover a brand that you're interested in and you are interested in my recommendation from it. Go ahead, drop a comment below. Let me know what's like top 3 recommendations of your favorite brands from you, and I am always excited to hear from you. Your comments really help my videos to get out there, and let us make sure that more people will find out about these gorgeous fragrances. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, shop perfumes, the majority on which I've already shared with you my discounts on, and follow me on my social media to stay in touch. If you have any other ideas for future content, let me know that, but I hope that this video that is kind of trendy at the moment is going to be helpful for you. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.